Incoming transmission.
Good evening, my name is Robert and I try things. Hi Milo, Milo, and Shot. What's going on? I didn't realize that my timer was done. I got distracted by my mobile game that I'm playing. Anyway, happy Thursday. Happy almost Friday, almost weekend. Do we like my haircut? What do we think? I like the hard part. I think it looks pretty okay. Way better than it had on Monday. Thank you, Sound Alerts. Mr. Data, we're being rated. On screen now. I forgot I had set that up. Good evening. Tonight we're trying not Fallout, because I've already tried Fallout 1 and 2. I haven't tried Fallout Tactics, which is technically the third Fallout game, not Fallout 3. But it's not that different from the other two, I imagine. These came out in like the 90s. When was Fallout Tactics? No, when was Fallout 1 released? Let me just look that up. 1997, October 10th, 1997. 10/10/97. Technically next? What's technically next? The Tactics one. I'm confused. Was it 1 and then Tactics and then 2? Let's see, Fallout 2 was October 29th, 98, and then Tactics, March 15, 2001. Okay. So that was, yeah, technically the third released one, although... And then it wasn't until 08 that Fallout 3 was released. Wow, that was a big gap. I'm surprised that they revived the intellectual property that far in the future. Now, to be fair, I believe there is an Elder Scrolls 6 coming. I think I saw something about it being in a playable state. That was a couple of months ago. What did you get up to, Milo, Milo, and Shot? What did you do over there? Let me glance at what Milo was doing. Is it not going to show me... What did you... Grand Theft Auto 5. No. Never mind. It's crystallized. That's your hosting her. Text to speech. That sounds fun. You were playing We Were Here Too. What is that? It looks scary. No, thank you. Although, no, it looks cold. As your final hour approaches, a large structure looms up in the distance, towering above the relentless storm. Discover the truth behind the Stark Castle in a communication-based cooperative puzzle adventure. Communication-based? You were... Oh, it's an escape room game! I imagine Milo was stressed. We love Milo, but we know Milo is not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes. How is it communication-based? Is that... in the sense of, like, we're in an escape room and we have to communicate what we're thinking and trying to figure out the puzzle? How much is it? $10? Oh. Too bad I don't have anybody to play co-op games with. It looked like there was a period after that K in work. You have to use the radios to communicate? Do you have to? Or can you have, like, a Discord chat going? Or... does that just help the realism? Those stairs were disappearing. You have to. Interesting. Are there like... what the hell was that by the ceiling? There is in-game communication. But the radios... oh, I guess the radios are... I don't know, there's a mechanic with the radios. That does look interesting. I can't lie. That does look interesting. What doesn't look interesting is this Wildcard Football. I'm not super excited. You could cheat, but why would you do that? You got crushed by a wall like 8 times. I would cheat because I got frustrated. That's why I would cheat shot. I'm a little baby boo-boo when it comes to sucking at games. Fell into lava about as many times. I am thirsty. Come on, sound effect.
I'm thirsty.
There it is.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Fuck.
I am so grateful to Splats app for doing that audio for me. She should be streaming tomorrow. No. What did she say? She was originally going to come back to streaming on the 21st, and then some things happened, and so now she pushed it back, but I can't remember to what day she pushed it. But it's like in the next couple of days. You thought she was still on hiatus? According to Discord, it's in the next couple of days. Let me see. The Fire Pit. Announcements. Okay, no birthday wishes, new art. Okay. Okay, maybe it wasn't in announcements. Maybe it was in mods chat. Oh, 9/11. I remember that now. So 9/11 is when she's coming back. And inauspicious? I don't know. It's a day. It's a famous day. Just like December 7th, 1941, a day which will live in infamy. I have rum. The rum is not gone. We have a good bit of rum around this house. Yeah, actually kind of a lot of rum. So, okay. That is certainly a day to come off hiatus. It is. However, I feel a little bit bad for this friend I had in college because her birthday, and she was the sweetest girl. Her birthday was September 11th also. I believe it was, she was maybe a year younger than me. So she was born like 12 or more years before 9/11. It was just an unfortunate day that she had her birthday. You know what? I think there was another friend in college with that birthday too. Was it Vincent? If that's the case, that's really, really funny because they got married. If they have the same
I'm just
birthday,
here for the food.
Rubinsky! I have friends! I'm so glad you're here, Rubinsky. I'm talking about a friend I had in college whose birthday was on 9/11. And only got like 10 minutes. Where are you going? What you doing? Why are you abandoning me? By the way, Milo and Shot, you have the opportunity to get a custom command like that as well. We were on the same wavelength, Rubinsky. Kava with friends. What's Kava? I know Kavu. What's Kava? Is that an activity? Is it a restaurant? One of your friends was supposed to be C-section on 9/11, same year, but her mom called the doctor and was like, please, let's wait a day. I mean, anywhere within a day of that is still an interesting story. I only found out in the last couple of years that my wife was born by C-section. I don't know how that slipped past us for, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. She, and so now I get to say happy removal day, tumor baby. What is Kava? Let me just do Kava, Fort Lauderdale. Sure, spell out fort. So there's Karma Kava, Kava Sutra Kava Bar, No Worries Kava Bar. Is Kava a fruit? What is Kava? Kava is a drug made from the ground roots of the plant Piper methysticum, a member of the pepper family that also includes black pepper. I don't think that is what Rubinsky is going to do. Okay, is Kava a plant? Long day teaching. Kava is maybe not a drug, but it has euphoric effects, non-addictive, and you don't lose your senses. Gotcha. Okay, so that is what Rubinsky is doing. Okay, gotcha. Like, maybe the word is in my head somewhere, but I've never really heard of this. Huh. Interesting. No. No. What was I trying to say? I don't know. I have completely lost my train of thought. Milo, guess where I got a job? You gotta guess. No, you don't have to guess because I'm gonna tell you. So 6 or so months ago, I visited a cat cafe over in Lawrence, which is about a half hour east of here, which is that direction. And what was I trying to say? And I was like, that's cool. I wish we had one in Topeka. And then sometime after that, I was looking for, I just got a wild hair and I was like, okay, I'm going to search Cat Cafe at Topeka. And guess what? One was getting ready to open and they had an Instagram. And then a few weeks later, they posted, hey, we're hiring. And I applied and I interviewed and I work at the Cat Cafe now. Whereas regular drugs, you lose effects over time. The more coffee you drink, the faster and easier it hits you. Rubinsky, you're not familiar with me calling Milo Milo? So what happened was a couple of years ago, several years ago, Nessuit, who does not stream anymore, apparently, dude made affiliate in like 3 weeks and then bounced. It just disappeared. I think he did one stream after that, months later, and then we have not heard from him again. There's a New Orleans themed restaurant in Lawrence that you have a grudge against. You've been to Lawrence, Kansas? Why? And is it called Terrebonne? Is that the New Orleans restaurant? Because I've eaten there and I like their po' boys, although they're a little bit dry. Your best friends at KU. Okay, I mean, it's right down Mass Street, right? Mass and I want to say 8th, something like that. Yeah. Okay. What's wrong with Terrebonne? The owners are from New Orleans, but I wish I had a button to press that would do a bunch of peach emojis. They burn their gumbo and their jambalaya is watery. No, jambalaya can't be watery. I've never gotten it there. Things may have changed. Next time I go to Lawrence, I may go there and try their jambalaya. Gumbo, depending on how liquid you make it, I can see how they could burn it and how, if it's not the owners making it, how that could be, how that could happen. No, if you want good jambalaya, I mean, obviously you have to go to New Orleans, but like the best jambalaya I've ever had was at Saints and Sinners. It is Channing Tatum's restaurant / nightclub. And it was great. Oh man, it was great jambalaya. We went for my brother's bachelor party. And while we had dinner at Saints and Sinners, we were watching a like Mississippi State versus I can't remember who football game, and they won. And 2 of my brother's friends that were with us went to Mississippi State, so they were all excited. In fact, do you know of? Okay, this is getting into fairly niche Southern college football thing, but does anybody know of Pom Pom Man at Mississippi State? There are multiple Pom Pom Mans, and these 2 friends of my brother's were 2 of the Pom Pom Mans. No, let me ask my brother. Okay, yeah. I'll Google it while you're doing that. Is it state? Yeah, no, it's the state colors. The white and maroon, I think it is. No, come on. Don't make me a liar. I know this is a thing. It's not Ole Miss. They didn't go to Ole Miss, right? Okay, I swear I'm not Mandela affecting myself. Yeah, Ole Miss is blue and crimson. And it's state. What is the deal? Ads in 1 minute. Okay, let me text my brother. Okay, brother. Anyway. Bye, Rubinsky. Thank you for the compliment on the haircut. Enjoy your kava with your friends. Okay, I may have been completely making things up there, but it was an outfit like this, but slimmer. He said he's never heard of a pom-pom man. I promise I'm not making this up. It was like a ghillie suit made of pom-poms. I wonder, let me go on Facebook. Hold on. See if I can find Fauché and find that picture. Would it be Fauché or would it be Kelso? Yeah, Fauché got married. I need to go like way back here. You know, it might not even be a profile picture. Hold on. Let me go to photos. Is it photos of Ethan? This is going to be old. This is going to be over a decade ago. Oh my Jeebus. Swear to Bob. Hydrate or dihydrate. Fairly certain it wasn't Ole Miss. By the way, he used to be a body sculptor. Not bodybuilder. Sculptor. Okay, so that was high school graduation. And yes, the baby is wearing Mississippi State clothes. I assume this is a relative of his. There's the bachelor party. I am not seeing the pom-pom man picture that I'm sure I remember. Okay, hold on. So that was in high school. That's around the same time frame. Maybe it's Kelso. So Kelso and Steph have been together forever. So I'm gonna have to scroll way the hell back here. Okay, where... I'm sorry. I don't want to be like showing all of Kelso's pictures to everybody, so I'm scrolling off screen, and I realize it is not entertaining to watch me slack-jawed scrolling ad nauseum. Wait, hold on. Was that Kelly? No. I should not be distracted by that. Okay, is this high school? When was this? 18. What year is it? No, okay, so farther back. Wait. Oh, they did get married? Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, they've been together forever. Okay. That is an unfortunate looking whatever that is. Okay. Okay, when was this? 16? No, farther back, damn it. Okay, so I see Bulldog's shirt. There's the bachelor party. So that was high school. I'm not seeing it on Kelso's pictures either. Okay, fine. I apologize. I give up. I'm done. My brother has not responded to me, which is appropriate because he's driving, I think. Through Tennessee. Okay. So, Cat Cafe. Yes, we opened up, Wednesday was a month ago. Was Wednesday just yet? No. Yesterday was 5 weeks. We've been open. We've had something like 28 or 29 or 30 maybe adoptions. I'd have to double check Instagram. So that's like a cat per day almost being adopted. And so it's really great. It is far more cleaning and far less playing than I originally thought it would be. And there are far more children than I initially expected, which I don't know why I didn't expect there to be children that want to come and play with kitties, especially the kittens. But yeah, so many children. And so like kids 3 and under get into free. And I'm just like, I'm not in charge, not my business. My boss has made that decision. But if it were me, I would charge more for children under 3 because they are so much more work. You have to almost constantly be telling them, quiet, bring your volume down, have a seat, don't run, don't, be gentle with the kitties, and, don't point the laser in their eyes, and don't hit them with the string wand toy, and they're more work. Businesses should be allowed to charge more for children. For the businesses that aren't restaurants. Businesses that have to deal with the children should be able to charge more rather than being societally expected and forced to charge less. We did have one lady write us a review that said, the rules are too strict. It's not a great place for children. I'm like, thank you. Tell them. But we will do our best to make sure the children and the kitties are safe and have a good time because we're professionals. Anyway. I talked about this on Sunday and probably last Thursday. I've been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising. I told Rubinsky about it. It's a fun, kind of Zelda Breath of the Wild clone. In fact, it looks almost visually, the style looks almost exactly like Breath of the Wild. Maybe a little more texture in the textures rather than like the cell shading type thing that Breath of the Wild had going on. But other than that, the visual style is really similar, and it's another, open world with mini dungeons, and then you have a big dungeon in each section of the map. And you are, rescuing the Greek gods, basically, from Typhon. Not basically. The Greek gods, 4 of them, from Typhon, who was a Titan that Zeus imprisoned under Mount Etna. Anyway, he has broken out and torn the gods' bodies from their essences, and so you have to go and recover their essences. And little baby Athena she's adorable. If you do anything about this game, look up Athena, baby Athena, little Athena in this game. She's adorable, and I definitely encourage you to go play it because it's adorable interactions too. And then, big adult Athena is pretty.
And his name is John Cena!
Hi, Errant Knight. Jonathan A. So yeah, Immortals Phoenix Rising. It's cute, it's fun. It's a Breath of the Wild clone, but it's a fairly good one. One of the best things it has going for it is that it takes place as Prometheus telling a story to Zeus in order to convince Zeus that mortals can help the gods deal with Typhon, this titan who has broken out and is defeating the gods. And if Prometheus is able to convince Zeus that a mortal can be helpful, then he will free Prometheus. And if you're not familiar with Prometheus, he was the one who stole fire from Mount Olympus and gave it to mortals. And Zeus chained him to a rock and sentenced him to have his liver picked out by an eagle every day and then grow back overnight. And so, you know, Prometheus is telling this story with all his heart to gain his freedom and change Zeus's mind. And dare I say it, I believe I have seen a little bit of character development out of Zeus. So, it's not so much narrated as commentated by Prometheus and Zeus. And it's pretty funny. There's some fairly adult level jokes. This is not a children's game. And, you know, Greek mythology is not child friendly if you get into the real Greek mythology. Versus like the Disney's 94 masterpiece. I gotta look up what year that came out. Hold on. '97. Okay, I thought it was older than it was. The 1997 Disney animated Hercules. One of my favorite movies ever. I will watch that movie along with Treasure Planet or Atlantis the Lost Empire or those three off the top of my head almost any time. Even if I just watched one of them the day before, I will watch one of the others the next day. Now, I don't know that I would watch one of them multiple days in a row, but I do love those movies. Anyway, one of my favorite songs ever of all time, especially out of a movie, is the I Won't Say I'm in Love by Megara in Hercules. Anyway, not the point. That is a child-friendly telling of Greek mythology. But there are some adult elements in there with the ways people treat Aphrodite and Dionysus being drunk and whatnot. But the real Greek stories that are more or less told and alluded to in this game are not child friendly. But let's see. Interesting powers. You have wings to glide. Every open world adventure game now has a glider, apparently. And for better, for worse, you know, some it works well, some it doesn't. These wings are like Icarus's wings by Daedalus, so I can't actually fly, but I can glide. Anyway, I've rescued Aphrodite, Athena, and Ares. Now just need Hephaestus to take on Typhon. And then there's another region of the map called the King's Peak or something like that, that maybe I have to go and rescue Zeus after I rescue the 4 other gods. Maybe Zeus gets captured by Typhon after that. I don't know. I assume it's going to open up at some point. Well, I could get there now. I just wouldn't be able to do anything there, I bet. And I bet it's higher level than I'm able to deal with my current stats. I am playing it on easy mode, though. I play most games on easy mode. I'm going to play this Wildcard Football on easy mode. Which I feel like, let's do that now. Let's go ahead and get that started. Let me make sure my category is correct. And we'll launch that and get my controller turned on. Okay, so this is a live service competitive game because it's got easy anti-cheat. Oh, there we go. You need to see that. Star Wars Outlaws isn't available on Steam. What? Console only for a Star Wars game? How long has it been since that happened? Oop. Oh yeah, what is the NFLPA? I wanted to look that up. Hold on. Epic and Ubisoft. Oh, okay. So Epic got the exclusivity. Gotcha. What is NFLPA? The NFL Players Association. Why is that on the poster? Whatever. Originally, it was just going to be Uplay only, but you guess Ubisoft realized no one wanted to use their trash service. Yeah, no. Like, why are these game publishers being so adamant about forcing people to use their launcher? There's EA, there's Ubisoft, there's what's the other big one? 2K, and like, everybody hates them. I've never heard anybody say a good thing about them, but they want to get you into and through that launcher so they can shove the rest of their products and whatever in-game purchases they've got in your face. Also, they didn't want to give Steam a cut. Yes. So, like, I don't know how it's working out for them, but yeah, nobody likes them. Nobody wants to use them. Anyway, gotta scroll. Now I can press A, and then I gotta scroll again. Oh, there's a timer here. Hydrate or dihydrate. You don't want to split your library? Only other digital storefronts you buy from are GOG and Humble. And that's because they are not publisher specific. That's the thing. They're not a publisher trying to milk every last cent and dollar from their players and purchasers. The individual publisher launchers, they're trying to milk every last cent and dollar. I have zero qualms about GOG or Humble or any of that. Okay. Welcome to Wildcard Football. Your favorite players are waiting for you. Create your team, play with friends, use wildcards, and most of all, have fun. I am not going to have any fun here, probably. To become a champion, you need to play some football. You don't say. Wildcard Football has some special rules you must learn to become the best. Let's play an introductory game and find out, okay? I really wish this maybe would be a game where it's appropriate to not have the tutorial as part of the campaign, but or the career. Welcome to the lobby. You can choose your team from the lobby, switch your playbook and wildcard deck, modify the game's rules, and more. Okay. I will be the home team, sure. And who am I going to be? I don't recognize any of these teams. Are these like semi-pro teams? Are these fake teams with real players? I'll just pick this first one. I have no preference here. Oh wait, they have stats. This one is better. Okay. We got this 86 overall and this 86 overall. I'll do this one. I don't care. I am not going to be able to remember these controls, and the tips are going by too quickly. Yep, please tell me the controls in the tutorial here. Are you ready to kick off? Here you'll learn the basics to become a Wildcard Football champ. Lessons with the mortarboard, is what I'm going to call it, icon are displayed up to 2 times or until you complete them successfully.
Hello, New York City. Lady Liberty is here. The pizza-eating pizza rat is here. Oh, and we're here too, to call this playground game. I'm Chris Berman.
Chris who? Their proportions here are really funny. Okay, no, skip this. Okay, I won the initial coin toss, so I'll receive the ball first, okay? Your team is in the backfield and will automatically receive the ball, okay? Okay. The panel will provide you with information on the available actions per down. Okay, okay. Right trigger to sprint, right stick. It doesn't say press the right stick to juke, okay? Y to stiff arm, left bumper to dive. No, we need a new one of Mutant League Football. I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's football with mutants, and probably more entertaining than regular football. Ah, they got me. But hey, I ran it back for, 19 yards. It's an old Sega Genesis game. By the way, ads in 45 seconds. Trying to play me? I don't know. Hyper-violent sci-fi football. Okay. That sounds like a Genesis era game. It sounds like Rampage World Tour and like Conker's Bad Fur Day, which were both on Nintendo 64. I don't know if I'm trying to play you, Prophet Jamal. I don't like football. I'm just trying this because that's what I do. I try the free game on Thursday. I've already tried the Fallout games. Those were free previously, so I tried those. So I'm trying the Wildcard Football instead. The HUD provides important information about the state of the game. These yellow segments portray the timeouts remaining for each team. You can call a timeout by pressing... I always forget, is that the select or the start? I think that's select. Between plays, your timeouts will be restored at halftime. So like regular football, from what I understand. Time to choose an offensive play. These plays are divided into 4 categories: suggested, run, pass, or kick plays. On the suggested play category, you'll be able to select the best play options on every down. You can use these plays if you don't have a clear strategy in mind, which I don't. This icon marks trick plays. Which icon? These plays are deceptive. Oh, the hat, the bunny in the hat, are deceptive and allow you to create strategies your opponent won't expect. So, if I'm reading this correctly, SP outswing. Okay, whatever. Every play that involves a kick or that looks like one is marked with this icon, so the foot and the ball, which very rarely happens in football. This countdown indicates your available time to select a play. Okay. I will try... Let's try the crossman. Okay. During a handoff, press the highlighted button in time to get a speed boost and also be harder to be tackled. Okay, so yeah, this is a handoff play. If you don't get the boost, there will be no penalty. Yeah! Dang, only like 2 yards, 3. Okay. Alright, so 3 wide, but I don't know anything about any of this. Sure, let's do the suggested one. Okay, all players have stamina. This will be consumed when players sprint or perform jukes. Okay, players will recover all the stamina at the end of the down. Not the play, the down. Okay. Crap. Ah, dang, I lost a yard. 2 yards? Inches, whatever. I'm on 3rd down. 7 yards. Football doesn't actually imply... Oh, shoot, I got to choose a play. Imply... kicking, it means one of a family of sports played on foot versus other sports of certain Victorian era played on horse. That's a thing I never knew. And the most popular sport in each region just got called football, and everything else is a new name. That's a thing I never knew. Playing ball on foot rather than touching the ball with your foot. That makes a lot of sense. I will take your word for that. Okay, let's avoid the defense. Yeah. Jukes allow your ball carrier to get away from your opponents. You can move the right stick in 4 different directions to perform a juke. Jukes have 2 different modes that can be changed in the settings. Remember, jukes consume stamina. The stiff arm allows you to counter the defense's grabbing tackles. Press Y when your opponent is about to grab you. The passer can only perform a stiff arm when they pass the scrimmage line. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, sprint, 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 sprint! Go! Go! Take it! Go to the end zone! Get it! Okay. Nice touchdown. Now it's time for the conversion point. These icons indicate how many points you will score depending on which play you choose. 1 or 2. You can score 2 conversion points? Our football is American rules gridiron football, and other football is association football, with Oxford players shortening association to soccer, or as we call it on this side of the pond, soccer. Huh. Huh. Learn something new every day. I thought I was too old to learn things. I'm 35 now, damn it! I don't like it. 35 and 16 days. Yes. So Americans don't call it soccer to be contrary. Brits named it soccer first and then just changed their minds or something. So Brits used to call American style football, or, you know, similar style football that they play, rugby, I guess, soccer? Or a soccer, whatever. Okay, so we're not the contrary ones, it's the Brits. And you know what? I've read stuff that says Shakespeare was performed more in closer to an American accent and would sound better in an American accent than a British accent. Read that too. Okay. I have chosen a pass play. Passing options will be shown with a button above each of the possible receivers. Okay, so I pick a receiver. Yeah, actual English drifted more than American English did. Yes. Okay, to throw the ball, press the button that corresponds to the player you want to pass to. If the button is grayed out, the player is not positioned to receive the pass. Okay. You can pass in two different ways. A regular pass or a bullet pass. Bullet passes are probably harder to catch. Two-point conversion! Now that I've seen that, yes. Rather than kicking for the field goal. Okay, how do I want to handle this? Let's go outside left. I don't know, I don't care. And we use traditional measurements, and they gave it up for metric. So who's really the British? They should give us their museum stuff. They stole it anyways. That's true. No, they should give their museum stuff back, and so should we. This icon over here represents the strength and direction of the wind. Okay, the arrow. It will affect your kick, so be careful. Move the arrow with left stick to specify the direction of the kick. Determine the strength of your kick. Start and stop the bar by pressing A. Okay. Kick it all the way back. What? Splash. 4 yards gained. What the heck was that kick? I gave it all of the power. These plays are divided. It's time to choose a defensive play. These plays are divided into 4 categories: suggested, stop run, stop short pass, or stop long pass plays. Okay. Your suggested play section will be empty until the offense chooses a play. This countdown shows the available time for the offense to choose a play. Okay, this shows your opponent's next play formation on the field. Use this information to play in your defense. Players and coaches and whatever have this information. Want to hear the real funny part? Earliest official game of gridiron football is 1861, and the codified rules of the game for soccer were 1863. See? The rest of the world thinks they're so much better than the Americans. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Like, I know what those abbreviations mean, but I don't know what that position means. Like tight end, center, offensive line, wide receiver, quarterback, running back. I know those names. I don't know. It's not soccer, it's football. Our football is older, chum. Cheerio, pip pip. Okay. When defending, you'll have extra time to choose your defensive play. This extra time does not affect the game's clock. Okay. I'm going to pick this open back. Tackling basics. Grabbing tackle. Just place your player close to the ball carrier and he will automatically try to tackle. Okay. Aggressive tackle. Press A while facing the ball carrier to perform an unstoppable aggressive tackle. Oh. Wait, what? Did they gain any? 2nd and 10. No, they did not. Okay, on defense, you can press B to switch control to the player closest to the ball carrier. That is good to know. That's good to know. If you point with right stick, you can control the closest defensive player in that direction. Okay. Oh, shit. And rugby union football is 1886. Oh, sure, I'll do the suggested one. Okay, as the defense team, you can use left stick to move to a selected player during pre-snap movement. You cannot move players into or out of the black and yellow striped box. So that's a thing. End of the first quarter. Wow, that was fast. Not even 2 whole possessions. The offense has chosen to pass. Get ready to intercept the ball. First, place the player in front of the receiver. Make sure to be in the passing lane. What the hell does that mean? Is that the lane between the quarterback and the receiver? When the ball gets closer, tap Y to jump in front of the receiver and intercept the ball. Tap X at the right time to swat at the ball and block the pass. I did not get it. 4 yards gained. Did they get their first down? No, not quite. Hydrate or dihydrate. Everything I know about football, I learned against my will in gym locker rooms. When I used to go to Planet Fitness, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, something like that. And they would always have ESPN blasting full volume shit, Sports Center, in the locker rooms. Wow. The wind totally saved us. No good. We're winning, yay. Okay. Sure. Ah! Go, 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 go! Take it! All the way! "65 yards. Okay, so now I'm back on defense. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Let's just, go for a field goal. I did not even see the wind. Did the ball just explode? We'll just kick it off. Yeah, catch that ball in the end zone. "20 yards. I have no idea what this means. Strength stat sets the duration of the block. This is the key to getting past the offensive line. If the player you're controlling joins a block, an action button will be displayed. You need to press the highlighted button in time to get out of the block, okay? Tap left bumper to finish a block with an aggressive tackle. Take advantage of it to stop the ball carrier at the right time. Did we intercept it? Damn! I'm just mashing buttons here. Oh, turnover. Okay. There are 2 ways to receive a pass. By default, the receiver will place himself at the point where the ball is going to land, and will perform a catch and run. By pressing Y, the receiver will move to anticipate the ball. He will perform an aggressive catch. Oh, damn, I got sacked for like 8 yards. Damn. I was not paying attention. It's fine, it's fine. It's only second down. Now that you've mastered the basics, let's add wildcards to the game. Once you've selected your play, you can boost your game strategy by playing wildcards. Each team has 4 wildcards drawn randomly from a deck. There are cards for both offensive and defensive gameplay. Later on, you'll be able to create your own deck. These are energy points. You have a max of 10 energy points per down. Each wildcard has an energy cost. You'll need the specified number of energy points to put them to use. You'll be granted energy points at the beginning of every down. Yes. There are 3 types of wildcards. Modifiers affect the stats of a specific position or the whole team. This icon indicates who will be affected by the wildcard. It can be either the whole team or specific positions. Rule breakers alter the rules of the game. Most of them will be effective on the following down. This icon indicates that it will activate the wildcard in the next down, so use them strategically. Specials. In short, they are over-the-top actions. Some of them can be activated automatically. Others require manual activation during the down by pressing right bumper. Earliest references to medieval football variations almost always are about how the players managed to injure or kill each other accidentally or not. Yeah, because they weren't using protective equipment. The first groin cup was like several years before the first helmet. This icon indicates that you must manually activate the wildcard after the snap, so choose wisely when to press right bumper. This countdown shows the remaining time you have to select a wildcard. This countdown does not affect the game's clock. You can skip the selector by pressing Y. Okay. Continue. Okay. Once both teams have selected their wildcards, they test their strength on this screen. Some wildcards are able to counter others or even neutralize them. The wildcards still remaining will go into play. Oh. Any cards that didn't get countered or neutralized will be placed in their slots ready to be used. The effective stat wildcards are instantaneous and will last until the end of the down. If the icon is red, the stat of the opposing team will be reduced. If the icon is green, you will improve your team's stat. Ah. 1 yard gained. Okay, 3rd and 17. This is... Let's kick. By pressing right trigger, you can show and hide the wildcard's description. Hold X to discard and replace your wildcard. Each disposal will have a point cost. I didn't do that. Okay, strongman, turtle speed. Okay. Halftime. Returning over. All right. Bam. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just pushing buttons. Down he goes, but damn, that was a good play. All you gotta do is keep getting first downs, man. Oh, it's a first down. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Let's get it locked in.
Do I have to keep doing this? I'm not enjoying this. I'll make it through the tutorial. I will make it through this tutorial game. Yeah, sack him. You have 3 yards. I have no idea what any of these defensive plays mean. I don't know what expensive means. Whoa. Lost a yard. Sweet. Okay. 4th and 4. They could pull this off and get a first down. I don't know, dude. Ah, tried juking, missed it. All right. Okay. Ah! Get it? Okay, okay. Incomplete. That's better than losing yards, I guess. I'm not picking any cards. Ah! I definitely pushed the button before I got sacked. Is this supposed to be getting harder? Now, what? What did I do? I pushed a button and I fucked it up. They're gonna expect me to punt. Did I get my first down? No, I didn't. I don't even know, dude. This is not fun. People do this on purpose for fun? Yeah! Loss of yards. Most rule breaker cards will take effect on the following down. If you lose possession of the ball, this effect will disappear. I don't have possession, so it's fine. End of the 3rd quarter, and I'm still ahead by 15. Yeah, I'm having such a good time, clearly. Okay, so they're at 3rd and 12, and they're being forced to pass. Okay. No, get him, damn it. Damn it, they got their first down, and they're only, what, 15 yards out? No, wait. That's 30 yards. I don't even know, man. Incomplete. I'm just pushing buttons here. 2 yards. 5.5 rods to the zone end. Yeah, something like that. It gets 15 rods to the hog's head, and that's the way I like it. Take 2 energy points from your opponent. No. Next time I get the ball, I'm doing this damn Rocket Man.
Play like there's no tomorrow.
4th and 11. Oh, hey, no point. All right. Okay. Sure, I'll take the recommended. What? Ah, they got me. But 14 yards. That button down there points out that this wild card needs to be manually activated once the down starts. How long these cards are active is determined by the player's stamina. The higher the stamina, the longer the time the wild card stays active. Okay. There we go. We got it. 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 Okay. "30 yards is 5.5 rods. You looked it up before making the joke." What the hell is a rod? Let's just go for a field goal. Okay. Yeah, no point. Where's no wind? There we go. All right. I am up by, what is it? 22. Let's just kick it off. Whoever returns the kick expects to get taken down hard, I'm sure. I'm gonna do Y. Old English survey measure? Okay, yeah, give me the Rocket Man card. Oh, damn it. I did the Rocket Man at the wrong point.
Landslide victory for this
16.5 feet? And where did that come from? End of regulation gameplay. We're not going into overtime. That's not happening. Surveyor rods, and they just decided that that was 16.5 feet? Why 16.5 feet? Why not 16? Why not 17? Why not a whole number of feet? Who knows? Yeah. Well done, you've completed the introductory game. Keep playing and improving on everything you've learned and you will become a football legend. If you've missed any of the lessons, they'll be shown to you when you play games in exhibition and season modes. Remember that you can turn them off in the settings menu. Come back and play again whenever you want. Okay, I made it through the tutorial. Can I quit now? That was less than enjoyable. Wow. Where's my music? No, it's there. It's just quiet. The rod is useful as a unit of length because integer multiples of it can form 1 acre of square measure. I did learn that an acre is, it's not a specific shape, it's a specific measure of area. But if you were to turn it into a square, it would be 208.6 feet on a side, I think is what I looked it up. Or maybe it's the other way around, swap the 6 and the 8. What exactly is an acre? It's also like 43,000 square feet or something. 43,560 square feet, or 4,840 square yards. It can be any shape, but is often used to measure land in rural and agricultural settings. 160 square rods is an acre. Oh, boy. Measurement is so... Although, you're like, okay. Technically... So measurement has always been really funny. I looked into some of it after learning some about what the official definition of a meter is currently. A meter is the distance that a particle of light travels in a vacuum over a very, very, very infinitesimal part of a second. And they adjusted that out of, you know, what the previous measurement of a meter was, which I don't know what it was based on. But now a meter is how far light travels in this amount of time, as measured by the vibrations of a cesium atom, which vibrates at a very specific frequency per second. We worked backwards from that. It used to be a meter because they made a stick and called it a meter. That's correct. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. We worked backwards into a meter is how far light travels at this amount of time. Now, what gets less complicated is like a gram and a kilogram and whatnot, because a gram is the mass of 1 cubic centimeter of water. So 1 cubic centimeter of water weighs 1 gram. And so it's really simple to go from, you know, 1 cubic centimeter of water, yeah, to 1,000 cubic centimeters of water, which is a liter, weighs 1 kilogram. But yeah, the origin of the meter, I have not looked into that. But like, it leads me back to, I'm thinking like, if you look in the Bible, they have biblical measurements of like a span, a hand span, although they switched that too because they tied the kilogram to a physical object as well. Yes, certain number of atoms of, I can't remember what it is now. Is it tungsten? No. But I saw a video where this guy was like wearing cotton gloves and wearing this carrying this really, really polished ball of metal that was the standard kilogram. And a kilogram is currently the mass of X number of molecules of whatever this metal was, and I can't remember what it was. It was one, and I remember there was some kind of commentary about it being more stable than what they were previously using to measure it as, because it's not going to lose atoms over time, or it was going to lose atoms over time. It was fascinating at the time. Right now it sounds really boring as I say it out loud. Which is, now, to be fair, the mass of, you know, a liter of water, you mean they took the water thing and made a weight of platinum and palladium and declared that the kilogram prototype. They needed to switch it to what you're talking about because the prototype was no longer agreeing with the other prototypes they made for other national agencies. Was it because of the atom loss that I was talking about, or was that... But yeah, as far as, you know, a kilogram or a liter of water, yeah, it was losing atoms. Infinitesimal amounts, but atoms. And as far as like a liter of water, that is fairly imprecise to measure, because, you know, there are X number of atoms in a liter of water, but there's such a thing as like heavy water, where there's, I think, a third hydrogen atom or something, somehow, where that will increase the mass of a given volume of water, even if there's only one heavy water molecule in there, that will change the mass. So yeah, the science of measurement is crazy. They moved away from the weights because they weren't as stable as they thought and started tying them to fundamental constants. Yes, like the speed of light or the mass of a certain number of atoms. Yes. Interesting to think about what measurement will look like in another 100 or 200 years, which none of us are going to be around for. Speed of light, vibrations of a cesium atom. Right, exactly. Yeah. Some of it, I think I went down that rabbit hole, thanks at least in part to Adam Savage visiting this museum in Britain and looking at the previous standard yard. Not meter, yard. They have the standard yard in England. Even though England doesn't use yards and hasn't for a long time, the standard yard, or the previous standard yard, was in England, or is in England. And it's just a 3-foot long bar of square metal. I think it's brass? I can't remember. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then Adam Savage also has like a whole video on, like, he had an epiphany, something about the science of measurement. I haven't watched it. A lot of traditional units are the way they are because they're easily divisible. Like base 10 metric units, not cleanly divisible by 3 or 4, but traditional units based on 12 and 60 and such are. Yeah. I did read something about that as far as like imperial volume units, like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or a cup or pound or things like that, because a tablespoon divides into 3 teaspoons and a cup divides into 8 tablespoons, or is it 16 tablespoons? And a pound divides into however many ounces. But where it gets confusing is fluid ounces and weight ounces. And I used to think 1 fluid ounce of water weighed 1 ounce, and that is not the case. I don't know what 1 ounce's weight is based on. Ugh. Although, why would it matter for things to be divisible by 3, 4, 12, 60? Is 10 not like the most intuitive divisor? Divisor is the word, right? Is that the right word? I'm not a math person. I don't do math. I had to ask ChatGPT to help me with some math in coding a little bit ago. Why is that an important thing, that those old measurements were divisible by those other numbers? It's not good if you need to divide a thing between 3 or 4 people, for example. Yes. Or making 3 or 4 times as much if you're increasing like a recipe. Yes. Okay, that makes sense now. Or 12 times as much because you have 12 children. Because people did that and still do that occasionally. 19 kids and counting. Did it go up at all? That poor woman's body. That poor woman's body. And mind. Feel really bad for her. Yeah, metric is for clean math and good science. Traditional measures are for really old school practicalities. Yes. Everyday usage, I guess. I did read a Tumblr post, and I don't know about the validity of this, but this was years ago, about how old school, old-timey medicinal things were like, crush up the shell of an egg really fine and mix it with some water and rub it on your rash and say 3 Hail Marys. And the wisdom has been extrapolated out to mean like in the time it takes to say 3 Hail Marys, if you're rubbing this eggshell mixture on your rash, it's going to exfoliate that rash away in that minimum amount of time. Adds in 50 seconds, by the way. And so it's not superstitious nonsense necessarily. Some of it was. Some of it was like everybody's like every bit of their day was tied to religious ceremony. But some of it was, okay, it takes roughly X amount of time to say Hail Mary full of grace. Hail Mary full of grace. And if you say that X amount of times, then that gives you the amount of time. Superstitious nonsense usually gets very mixed in. Like, yes, and like a lot of it was, bupkis, like not snake oil, but these remedies like cloves in your pocket and miasma and disease being carried by bad smells and whatnot. But there is also wisdom in, okay, we need to rub this rash away, and I'm rubbing the mixture for this amount of time at the same time. So like, historical people weren't stupid is one of the things I had to learn when I started trying to write some stories, which I have not done in a good while, but like a soap, a Castile soap is what it's called, made from olive oil and wood ash, basically, was developed like in ancient Egypt, like 5,000 years ago. Ancient people were not dumb. The only reason we are where we are now is because we've built on thousands of years of knowledge and experimentation and whatnot. They were not. Human knowledge is just cumulative. Exactly. They were working with what they already knew, and we know what they already knew, and we have, based on tests that were done in the past, we have refined and improved tests and are able to, measure and test things more accurately. And, in 1,000 years, it'll be even more accurate. Yeah. In a similar vein to like ancient Egypt, which is why you want to smack ancient alien enthusiasts who insist we couldn't make cool stuff in ancient times. Right. No, people weren't stupid. Brain sizes, they may have been increasing. Do you really think our ancestors were too stupid to make cool rock? There you go. That is the perfect response to that. Do you really think our ancestors were smart enough to build something like the pyramids? Do you really think they were dumb enough to not be able to stack some rocks? Yeah, that's a good way to put that. I don't interact with enough people to encounter people that have beliefs like that, but I'm going to try to keep that in my pocket for that. Now, okay, Rubinsky, what is a little chunk of wisdom that you would give to flat earthers? Because, like, again, ancient Egypt, there was this mathematician who measured the shadow of this obelisk at a certain time of day, and then hundreds of miles away, he measured the shadow of this obelisk at the same time of day, and based on the difference in the length of those shadows, he was able to calculate the circumference of the Earth to within, I think it was like less than a dozen feet or something. I gotta look that up. Let's see. In the 3rd century BCE, Eratosthenes, a Greek librarian in Alexandria, Egypt, okay, so he was Greek, but he was in Egypt, determined the Earth's circumference to be 40,250 to 45,000. Okay, so it was like 6,000 miles, but whatever. Kilometers. So the difference would be like 3,500 miles, which is kind of a lot, but it was spherical. It was obvious to him that it was spherical by comparing the sun's relative position at 2 different locations on the Earth's surface at the same time of day. You're not Rubinsky. I'm sorry, Errant Knight. But you'd just be like, we've known the Earth was round for over 2,500 years. Get caught up. Well, let's see. 3rd century BCE. So 2,300 years. Well, that's when the circumference was calculated. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, 5th century BC. Yeah, okay, so 2,500 years. Okay. Pythagoras floated the idea of a spherical Earth in 500 BC. Gotcha. So I watched the first couple of episodes of the BBC drama Atlantis. I think that's what it was. Where modern day archaeologist, relative of an archaeologist, gets sent back into like ancient Greece, but it's like every Greek mythological and historical and mathematical and whatever you could think of, just all hodgepodge thrown into this show. One of the very first people he meets is Pythagoras, or Pythagoras, but they pronounce it Pythagoras because they're British. And he says, "The triangle guy?" And Pythagoras goes, "How did you know I love triangles?" But Pythagoras was very, very smart. Just came up with a new one. You're the kind of person who can't figure out a roundabout, aren't you? No, okay, so I read a thing years ago, like when you're presented with a conspiracy theory, counter with an even more outlandish conspiracy theory. For example, the moon landing was staged. Do you believe in the moon? The Earth is flat. You believe in... I don't know. How would you turn that into something more outlandish? You believe in the Earth? No, like, we're here. That would be a dumb one. You believe in a third plane of existence? A third dimension of existence? See, I'm not a funny person. That would not actually fly. Someone wittier, smarter, funnier than me needs to come up with a response to that. None of this is real. You're a brain in a jar hallucinating this all. I mean, that's not too far off from reality. Like, yes, I am a brain and like my head is a jar. Hallucinating... it's kind of a strong term, but like it's all, you know, electrical signals tickling various chemicals and parts in the brain. Oh, but now that reminds me of what is that DLC for Fallout 4 that's got the robots and the Mechanist? Automaton. Can't I hallucinate less stress and more naked redheads? Jeez. Right? Like, also, like, thinking back to The Matrix, everybody was being fed this, you know, virtual reality directly into their brain. Why was everybody's life so boring? Although if the machines were in control of it, I guess they don't necessarily need happy batteries, now that I think about it. But confirmed, Errant Knight likes redheads. Because if you're depressed and busy, you're not paying attention to other things. That's true. That is true. But if you're euphoric and busy, you're also not paying attention to other things. But they don't, like I said, they don't necessarily need happy batteries. Big fan of redheads, Errant Knight is. There's this particular ginger that I keep seeing on Instagram, and she's throwing out all these scientific facts about gingers, and half of them are made up. Half of them are stolen jokes from other places. But, like, she's cute and funny, so I don't care. I saw the funniest little meme yesterday. Having trouble to get them interested in you, but that's not just gingers. That's more women in general. Yeah, let's see. There we go. That's what I need. I hate that this is on Facebook. Ooh. Okay, no, this is the funnier version. Okay. Paramore is an American rock band formed in Franklin, Tennessee in 2004. Pay close attention to this picture. I laughed so hard when I saw this yesterday or the day before. It's amazing. Yeah. I saw this yesterday, got a good laugh out of it. Yeah. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but apparently we see similar memes at similar times. I used to get really, really fresh memes all the time. However, they were mixed in with a lot of depressing political BS, and it was really, really affecting my mental health. And so I quit Imgur, and like the memes were not worth the depression. Sorry. And I am far happier now that I get most of my memes through Pinterest, which is a lot more, what's the word? Watered down? Yeah. However, I do scroll through Instagram Reels a lot, and I am so tired of the very demure, very mindful trend that's going through all those videos. So tired of it. I was tired of it within 3 videos. I just need to wake up from the simulation. Like... Okay, that's another thing about The Matrix. When Neo and whoever else did get woken up out of the simulation, they woke up to Earth is a robotic, barren hellscape, and we have to struggle to survive, and we're all dirty and sweaty and not comfortable and fighting all the time. Is this better? Like that one guy who betrayed them so that he could get put back into the Matrix and have his memories wiped? Kind of understandable. You know? Also, if it were a simulation, the Earth would not be, or we would not be killing ourselves. Earth is going to survive. It'll be fine. But it'll take, a few hundred or thousand years after we're dead to recover. But the plants will be there. New animals will be there. Old animals will be there. The hardiest ones. Anyway. Yeah, I guess that's a good question to ask about the Matrix. And I know for certain I'm not the first person to think about this. Tardigrades will inherit the Earth, yes. Now, something that was covered in Horizon Zero Dawn, which is one of, if not the greatest games of all time. It's my favorite game of all time. You're betting on the sloth? I don't know. They seem kind of fragile. I'm betting on a lot of arthropods, a lot of invertebrates. However, one of the things brought up in Horizon Zero Dawn, and to a lesser extent Horizon Forbidden West, is that the universe is, X old, and it has Y amount of time left, or at least our planet has Y amount of time left before the sun dies and kills everything, right? So say, life was wiped out, especially, intelligent life was wiped out on Earth. Is there enough time left for additional intelligent life to arise? And does that matter? Does it matter? Is life, intelligent life especially, that important? There's about 5 billion years left on the sun. Right, and it took about 5 billion years, 4.5-ish, maybe 6, hold on. Let's see. Time since first life. About 3.7 billion years. Okay, so theoretically, there's time. And then another billion or 2 years after that. So, yeah. But that was under, perfect circumstances. Now, assuming something survives, then that timeline will be vastly accelerated. Yeah, exactly. See, we're on the same wavelength, Errant Knight. Man, we think really similarly. Yeah, because we're going to have eukaryotes still around. And that's, one of the biggest hurdles, is my understanding, to more complex life. Hold on. Are there eukaryotic Single-cell organisms? Yeah, plankton is eukaryotic, right? Even if life gets wiped, the organic molecules will still largely exist. That's true. That's true. But, like, there's no way microbiotic life is going to disappear. And I don't know how long from, you know, the first organic molecules to micro life was. That was probably a good long time, too. And there's still, you know, new life, more or less, being formed at the original volcanic underwater vents that gave rise to kind of the first, what are they called? Organic molecules also. Now, I get myself into a little bit of a quandary with this kind of discussion because, yes, organic molecules can spontaneously, you know, be generated under certain circumstances near like suboceanic aquatic vents or volcanic vents and whatnot. But like when we get out past like prokaryotic, really, really basic single cell organisms, and actually even that far, the question is, the argument that I have with myself is like the eye. In hydrate or dihydrate, in any organism, the eye. Theoretically, would have evolved from one or two or a mass of light-sensitive cells. That makes total sense. However, what really basic organism would have had concurrently developed the capacity to recognize that something was giving off or blocking light and be able to react to that and have the capacity and the knowledge, for lack of a better word, that something needed to be done with this information that's coming from these light sensitive cells. That's where I mess myself up some. And I get into agnostic territory. Because, you know, without some kind of guidance there, it's not really feasible in my head that both of those things would happen at the same time. That the light sensitive cells would develop and the ability to do something with the information coming from those light sensitive cells. But we're not going to get into, you know, creation philosophy right now. Okay. What time is it? 8:38. It's not even 9 o'clock. How has your week been, Errant Knight? And Rubinsky's gone. Enjoy your kava, Rubinsky. I don't think that follower count is correct. No. I need to update that. Excuse me. Follower count is at 99. Simple light detection is around even in really simple life forms. If it has locomotion, any advancement of light sensitivity is an improvement over not having it. Your week was awful and you can't believe it's not over yet. I'm sorry, dude. Well, that's where I'm messing myself up, is simply having the light sensitive cells that can, you know, generate, you know, Y chemical in response to X light change, whether it's, you know, brighter or darker. So they generate that chemical. Having the ability to interpret that chemical and do something with it, that's where I'm getting hung up. Where was I? Right. Streaming tools, overlays, edit that. I need to go into session data. Is it totals? There we go. Follower goal progress. Save that. Okay. I don't know how quickly that's going to update here. Can I refresh this? I forgot I'm not in studio mode. I don't know when that's going to update. Hopefully it'll be by next stream. Can't believe how badly it's dragging. I'm sorry, dude. If you wanted to give yourself a side project to potentially make money, this is a very, very niche project that would maybe get a few dozen clients. But the cat cafe I work for uses a system for booking called Acuity, Acuity, and it integrates, quote unquote, with Square. Which, if you're not familiar with Square, adds in 15 seconds, by the way. If you're not familiar with Square, it is basically a point of sale system. Today is the 40th anniversary of BattleTech. What is that? What is BattleTech? Is that like Battle Robots? Oh, it's a game. It's a hex wargaming and military science fiction franchise launched by FASA Corporation in 1984. Acquired by WizKids in 2001, which was in turn acquired by Tops in 2003. Mech Warriors? American Mechs. I'd never heard of that. Why you should play BattleTech? I am just not interested in mech battles. Where was I? Okay, Acuity integrates with Square in the sense that it sends over customer and transaction data. So we know who is booking with us and we know when their appointment is. What it doesn't do is do anything with Square loyalty, which my boss is obsessed with getting everybody enrolled in the loyalty program. So I have been writing some scripts that look at our transactions through a webhook and grab the order ID out of that, look up the order. If it's from Acuity, it will grab the customer and see if they have a loyalty account. If they do have a loyalty account, it will apply their dollars from Acuity to their loyalty account. This is hacky, probably insecure, probably inefficient, maybe not too spaghetti, maybe a little bit spaghetti. I don't know. But I feel like there is a market for making a real Square integrated app with this and selling it to cat cafes and similar types of businesses that want to use loyalty, but none of the third-party booking systems that allow them to have classes where they limit the number of people in the room at a time versus having like one-to-one appointments with like a stylist. There are no solutions that integrate with Square and include loyalty. So anyway, that's a potential income thing if you felt like building that. I might maybe do that. It's probably above my skill level. Okay, let's uninstall this Wildcard Football. I'm sorry you had to watch me not have fun with that. Man, the Callisto Protocol, it's so well done and it looks great. It's just intense and scary and I don't like it. Death's Gambit was ridiculously good for a side-scroller Metroidvania. I'm not a fan of that genre at all. I almost enjoyed this. Almost. Of the recent games, this Arcade Paradise was probably the most interesting because I thought it was just going to be a collection of arcade games. But it's a laundromat / arcade management sim where you can play the games. Let's see, before that, Dragon Age Inquisition is a great game. I didn't play it on here because I've played it before. Firestone. Online Adult RPG. There was another... Orcs Must Die 3 was good. But there was, what else did I play recently that was kind of a... Midnight Suns just wouldn't launch. I couldn't get it to work. Thief was fun. There was something else I enjoyed recently. Was it one of the Steam games? Oh, that Grim Hook. Yeah, that was great on Steam. It's only a demo, though. There is no full game. I don't even remember 20 Minutes Till Dawn. What was that even about? Is a survival roguelite where endless hordes of... I didn't play this. Creatures lurk from the dark. Craft an array of overpowering builds and eradicate waves of Lovecraftian nightmares. Will you be able to survive the night? I did not play this. I don't remember playing this at all. I'm gonna have to add this to the wheel. No, come here. Okay. That has been added to the wheel. How did I miss that? Was it like on a week that I took off or something? Also, Escape Academy. I must have missed that too. Is there a series of escape rooms? Train to become the ultimate escapist. Solve puzzles, hack servers, meet the faculty, brew the perfect cup of tea. Escape rooms in single player or co-op with a friend, local or online. Okay. Okay, I missed 2 games, apparently. Cube reminded me a lot of, dang it, I played it on the Switch. The Spectrum Hotel, which is also was free a while back. Forest Quartet was lovely and meaningful and short, and people should play that. Okay, I'm done scrolling through this. I considered playing Control, which is way back here, again on PC, where I could potentially mod or cheat it to make some of the boss battles easier. The very first boss battle is a huge difficulty spike. I wish I had been better at Drone Racing League. I sucked at that so much. I wanted to enjoy that, but I was so bad at it. Okay. So that's gonna be that. Okay, so Sunday we will probably spin the wheel. So thank you for hanging out, Errant Knight. Thank you for stopping by, Rubinsky. Enjoy your kava. And who else was here? There we go. Fix my camera. Milo and Shot, thank you for coming by. Milo, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Everybody have a great night and a great weekend. I will see you Sunday evening, same time, 7 p.m. Central. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and don't do anything you don't want to explain to the paramedics. Good night.